And welcome into Getting Help from Uncle Sam. You know, the State Department of Agriculture does many things, not just grows corn and looks over the corn. Our Commissioner, Rick Pate, is with us. And Rick, again, 4 years are going by pretty quick. You still got another year and a half to go, but you guys have done a great job. New laws have been passed. Some of them are going to affect things like marijuana. And basically, like you say, hemp, marijuana, you're not going to choose who can grow it, but you want to make sure it's done the right way, right?
Yeah, and I hope by the time the show airs that's been decided right.
Okay.
We've made an appointment to the Medical Cannabis Commission, and so we'll have one of the 12 voters on that commission, and so we certainly know we'll have a role, because I think people feel, and I do too, that we've done a pretty good job with hemp, which is sort of a cousin of the marijuana, but
Right.
It's a completely different animal. With there, if 400 people applied, we could give 400 licenses out. If 100 applied, we gave 100, as long as they met our objective standards. Well, this is a completely different animal, so the enabling legislation sort of says we can only select 12. There'll be 12 independent growers. I think there's 5 that can be associated with an integrator, sort of maybe the dispenser, processor, grower, it's all integrated together, but there's 12 independent growers, and whatever objective standards are established, I'm afraid more than 12 will meet those criteria. So
Right.
yeah, we really don't feel like it's appropriate that decision making belongs at the Department of Agriculture. We feel like that'll bring forces that are interested in only that and to start to influence our department. So we're going to lobby hard to
Well, you know, and I know in your position, the biggest thing that you're going to do is make sure whatever the product is the product. You know, that's not,
Right.
you know, that's I think the big part from the agriculture perspective.
Well, fortunately, they've got Aaliyah, Attorney General, Public Health. The 4 of us are there, and I think, yeah, we don't have any expertise for securing these facilities.
No.
And what, Public Health's got their role as far as making sure what the dosages and how that all ought to be processed into. But yeah, we certainly feel like we're the state agency probably as far as regulating the growing of it and what pesticides, what fertilizers, hides are put on it. Yeah, we realize there's no other state agency for us to pass that off to. We're the Department of Ag, and so
Right.
we're willing to accept that. Like I said, with the caveat that we just don't want to have any role in selecting who those 12 growers are. And then hopefully...
Well, and basically anything that comes into the state that's going to be grown for consumption, it might be some brand new kind of plum. You're going to make sure that plum is okay from your department
Well,
standpoint.
and people don't realize that, like when those Chinese seeds were being sent out, people remember that from 6 months, 9 months ago. But yeah, they could have sent a lot of things, ball bearings, different things, but
Right.
to send a seed which has, is alive, even though it hadn't germinated,
Right.
across state lines, across country boundaries. Yeah, we have a role. In fact, we just, in the last week, have found a citrus canker down in Mobile County, and we'll have to quarantine Baldwin and Mobile counties until we can figure out how widespread that is. But yeah, you can't move soil, plant, any parts of a plant across state lines without it coming with an inspection from that state, and conversely, we don't send anything out of Alabama without us inspecting it. You know, just like fire ants that came in through Mobile and got disseminated across the South, that could have probably been, in today's world, we probably could have stopped that in Mobile, maybe. And but yeah, soil was moving back and forth with ants in it. So anyway, we're trying to prevent that. And USDA is a big help when we get into those
Right.
kind of issues. But we end up doing the work. But yeah, USDA normally helps us with the funding.
So in another year or so, you're going to be running again for the position.
Yes,
So
sir.
people need to know, how can they get a hold of you to find out anything? Have you already put a campaign headquarters together, and you're in the process of doing that?
Well, I guess my wife sort
Okay.
of
Well,
head
I
that up.
remember, yeah.
And but yeah, they certainly can reach out to my personal cell phone.
Right.
Number's 334-300-0700 or
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, we're not you know, at this point, nobody's announced they're running against me, and we're just continuing to let
Well-
what we're doing be our campaign.
And you know, what I love about this guy here was what you see is what you get. This guy is just for the state of Alabama.
Absolutely, and
just
this is the
take-
best job. Don't tell anybody, but I've got a better job than the governor or anybody else. Why would I run for anything else? I feel so blessed to be in this position. Feel like
That's
we're
great.
doing some really good things.
Well, thank you for what you're doing, and just remember this, the state of Alabama, our Department of Agriculture is one that you can be really proud of. When you're talking to friends around the country, say, come to Alabama, more importantly, buy something from Alabama. And we'll be right back right after this.